we're going to develop a character, we already have to have some sort of idea or just something we can grasp. You have to have, and that's a light bulb, by the way. Oh, that does not look like a light bulb. Wait. You have to have an idea. So, like, let's say you have a very specific trait you want to add into them. So, like, there's a very specific hairstyle. Or you have an eye, very specific eye. Or it could be a personality trait. So you want them to be very, cocky and confident, just like, yeah. You want them to be very confident. Like that. It could even be a world, just a world you want them to be in. But you have to have something. It's got to be something that you can imagine in your brain and put onto paper. Yeah. And put onto paper. I currently already have kind of bases for 2 OCs I want to work on. So I made them in Tomodachi Life, and I really want to expand on them so I can add them into a video game that I'm going to make eventually. It's going to happen, guys, I swear. I swear it's going to happen. Alright, so these are the characters I want to expand on. And you're probably saying, whoa, you already have characters done, Abby. I only have an eyeball. Well, shh. Shush. It works the same. I'm about to show you what I'm about to do. So calm down and stop whining. Okay? You have your idea, or your character, or your world. And so now, you must do variations. No, I don't want to do that. Please don't make me do variations. No, you must. And guess what? You get to go on Pinterest to do it. What? Ah, it's your favorites. Yay. Okay, so pull out Pinterest. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Pinterest. Yes. Okay, so what you're going to do is put a mood board for whatever world you want to put this character in. And if you don't do that, search up mood board. Let's just do that. Ta-da! Oh, look at that. So many ads. Gotta love it. And then you're going to keep scrolling until you find a good mood board you want. So mine's very curated to me. Curated? What? It's the word. You know what word I mean. So you're going to look through these mood boards and you're going to try to find a style that best fits your character or characters. So I'm actually have a very specific idea. This probably doesn't even need to be a mood board, but I'm just going to do it because we're following the rules, guys. Yes, my characters are astronauts. Yay! I'm looking for very spacey themes, and then that's what I'm going to do for their outfits. And then for their manners, they have to be at least a little bit crazy because, they're in space. And they decided, yes, put me on a spaceship and send me out to space. Whee! After you find your mood board, you're going to look at it. You're going to save it. I know. Okay. So you found your mood board, and you love it. And you've soaked all the knowledge and inspiration. You're like, yes. It's mine. Soak it in. So you can start any way you want. But for me, since I already know what their hair is, and I know like a bit of their personality, what I really need to get down into is outfits right now. So I'm going to look at astronaut outfit ideas. Oh, yes. It's perfect. Okay, I'm not actually going to do this. This will be one of their outfits. But what I'm actually looking for is like what they wear when they're on the space station. So I'm going to refine my search. I'm going to search space station. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to do space station, astronauts, space station. And then we're going to see actual foot. Okay. Oh, here we go. Got it. I don't know if this is real or not, but see? Casual shirts, Pants. Pants are good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to go to the side. And then we're going to go over here. We're going to turn it over. Yes, blank page. And we're going to start doodling some little outfits. So I'm going to draw a little character. It's going to be smiling. Just a little smile. Here's a neck. T-pose. Little nubs for hands. Just doing a nice little pose. Does he get pants? I mean shoes? Yes. Ta-da! Perfect. Okay, and so I'm just going to sketch simple t-shirt. Some longer sleeves under. Like that. And then some tight pants. Some really tight pants. If you want to make them really tight, you show some like stretch things. Stretch things. What are they called? Ah, folds. Yes. Stretch things. Okay. I can even add like a little elastic band if I want. Ta-da! Okay. We have one first outfit idea. And you're going to do this maybe 3-4 times. If you want to go crazy, do what you want, you know? You can just go a little crazy. Okay, I'm going to go pre-make him 2 more times. Okay, so I have 3 more little guys. And I'm going to bring back Pinterest. Yes, Pinterest. I love me some Pinterest. So, we have a uniform, which is good because astronauts need uniforms. So now I'm going to go over. I'm going to look at that. Keep that in mind. It doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, this is just an idea sketch. You'll refine them later once you've built the character, and then you can really get into small details. But we're looking at the bigger picture right now. You just need 4 to 3 basic outfits. Need 3 to 4 basic outfits. So I'm going to go ahead and make this little uniform. Yes. Perfect. And then the flag will go that hard. And they have another patch. Flags will go wherever. Oh, name tag. Perfect. Now we're going to go refine into this. So I actually have an idea of using this and turning it into another outfit. You're like, how will you do that? Check it. Undershirt, long sleeve, right? Oh, my microphone fell off. Hold up. So long sleeve shirt, right? On top. But this is taken down and it's folded. Oh yeah. See? And that will count as a 3rd outfit. I'm cheating. Don't tell NASA. But if we really want to, we can put like another name tag under. Just because, you know. Perfect. Okay. And then I get to design a spacesuit. But right now, I'm just going to do it like this. Oh no. My pencil. Just have, you know, the... I will add the piece that connects the helmet to the suit. Why is his arm so much shorter? And then, yeah, they have very big, puffy, you know, oh my gosh. Big, puffy sleeves, and then gloves. So, add the gloves in there. The breather thing. Blah, blah, blah. Remember, big details, no small ones right now. Then, yes. See? So, we have one casual outfit, the uniform, and then business casual. Also, if you guys wanted to add hair accessories or something, you could just be like, yes, my astronaut has a little bow. Eee! Or whatever you're making. It's not astronaut. But okay, basic outfits. Done. Yay. And then you do this for different hairstyles that you wanted. You know, if you're trying to research hairstyles, you probably got sucked into Pinterest and will not come out for at least 13 years. So I have their outfits, and now I'm going to start breaking down into each of my characters. So I think today I'll focus on Emery, I think, because she's a bit more of a mystery to me. So I'm going to start with 3 casual hairstyles for her. That includes hers. So I need to make up 2 more hairstyles. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to draw her regular hairstyle, which the first part is tied up. That looks like a party hat. And she has like this little squid kid things, you know, from Splatoon. And then it's out like that. Okay, that does not look how it's supposed to, but I know how it looks, so it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Then I'll draw another head and another. And because I'm going to make this into a game, I'm probably not going to use these 2, but it's nice to have just in case, you know, you need it. So I draw her eyeballs. And to make it lore accurate, make her really grumpy. There she is. Oh yeah, she also has a birthmark over her. But it's fine. Okay. Whatever. We got some heads. Now we're going to search hairstyles. And that's going to give us exactly what we need. Whoa, why are there so many ads? Good gravy. Okay. We have to narrow this down. We're going to do hairstyles casual because they're in space. They're not going to be, you know, getting their hair done. See, this would be too much. That would be too much. They couldn't do that in space. You know, I mean, it's pretty, but it's too much. So, we're going to scroll down, and we might actually have to do a hair type. She has straight hair, so we're going to look at straight hairstyles. Okay, we could do this with something like half up, half down. Might be nice, but we're going to keep looking. Yes, I think this would be totally doable. Maybe floating around like, yes, tie my hair in a bow, please. I think I'm going to try a half up, half down, and then a ponytail for her other hairstyles. So, for her ponytail, we'll do this. And then have it tied back. And then ponytail. And then for her half up, half down, we will have it up. We're always going to have her have this thing up. But I guess we could actually we're changing. Okay, this is her ponytail. Instead of half up, half down, we're just going to have her do all down. So she doesn't have, wait, that doesn't make sense. So she has like bangs. And they're like this. Then we have her hair. And it's just all out. She is very scary. Very scary. They're not going to look perfect unless you're a perfectionist and you're taking your sweet old time. Don't do that. Don't take your focus. Don't take your time or else this pencil will find you in your sleep. Now Emery has 3 hairstyles. Yay! Huzzah! Everyone clap. Clap. I said clap. 3 lovely hairstyles. And now, if we add the hairstyles and the clothes together, we got the appearance down. Oh, wait, we haven't added any color. You gotta be like, Abby, where's the color? It's only graphite. No! How do we know what color they are? No! Shh. Shh. Focus. Shh. We're about to do that. That is the next step. Once you figure out the eyes, the outfits, and the hair, and any little marks you want to give them, like her birthmark, you're going to move on to coloring. Yay! Once you have your line art of your character and the hairstyle they're going to be most often in, and the outfit you think they're going to be most often in, now you can start coloring. So I just have basic line art. Remember, this isn't permanent. Nothing you do here is permanent today. You're just doing it. Just so you have a base that you can build off in the future. So now we're going to start with color variations. So you're going to go under your line art So you're going to go under your line art layer, if you have a line art layer. If you don't, you know, do whatever you need to do to color. So you're going to go under that and you're going to start coming up with color ideas. So I already know what her hair and skin color are, but if you don't, what I would do is I would just try different variations. Keep in mind the world they live in and what they do. So if they're, you know, in an office space, they're probably not going to have dyed, unnaturally colored hair. But if you live in a fantasy world, or if they're like a pop star or something, then you can give them unnatural colors. You know, just keep that in mind. So you can just mess around with different colors, figure out what you want to see for her hair. I can also try black if I want to change it. So you never know, I could. For like a darker, less saturated color. I mean, more muted, or whatever. Oh, eyebrows too. See, I don't like that. See, immediately I know that I'm not a big fan of that. And the thing is, you probably already know what you want you probably already know what you want your character to look like. You just gotta see what you don't like to get there. So the most important thing to do is to get the staple colors out of the way. So that means the hair color, eye color, and skin color. Things that are permanent and will not change. So the entire time you're using this character, you make sure you get the staples down first. These can change over time, but if you're working on a project like I'm about to do, you need to have just the solid colors in there first. So then you can base everything that comes after off of it. So now it's time to get on to the outfit. Ooh, outfit, yay! Okay, we're gonna make a new layer. And I'm gonna think about that mood board I had earlier, and we're gonna do some darker colors, I think. So the most important thing right now is to get this shirt colored and filled in. So I'm already gonna try like a darker color. Maybe we could try a nice blue, you know, to make it look like black. And I really like that. But to be sure, we're gonna do different color variations. So we have a black version of the shirt. We're gonna go up and then let's try like a lighter, we could try a lighter blue. That's cute. See, we have a dark blackish blue, and we have a light blue. And so we're not going to make any permanent decisions yet, because we still have to get onto the pants. Emery here, let me write her name, so you know what her name is. So Emery Martin works for a US-based space agency, kind of like NASA. So I got to keep in mind that the agency is choosing these colors, and I would not choose these colors. So let's see if we can try maybe a light purplish gray. Ooh, so fancy. And I'm going to say it's all one solid color. And I immediately don't like that. Even if we just pair it with the black, I don't like that color. So I'm just going to take this under a layer, pretend it never happened, and let's try like a prison look. Let's do some orange. Like a traffic cone, just for fun. I don't see it's too prisony, but it's still fun to try different, you know, colors. I mean, it could, but also I feel like if they would go orange, they would more likely do red, because America. Ooh, actually, hold up. See, this is why we do variations, because now I'm liking this. I'm also liking this too, but this looks really good, you know? It's America. It's just, you know? McDonald's. Maybe we could try a different red. So I'm going to copy this layer and then maybe try a less saturated, darker red. I don't like that. I hate it very much. I like the saturated red more. And so I'm going to try another color variation. This time let's try to match it with the darker shirt. So maybe we could try this kind of blue. Nope, I didn't want to copy the layer. Like that kind of blue. I think it's cute. I think I like that. But I also really like this. This is just too, what's the word I'm looking for? It's cute, but I don't think that's what would be chosen. Let me try doing this with the light shirt. Okay, so now there'd be like a the black suit with the blue shirt, but I'm really feeling this red suit. Let's try yellow, just because. No harm in try. Okay, it's McDonald's Incorporated, so I could try a light white shirt. Ooh, maybe lean more blue. So that's cute, but it's not doing it for me, you know? I like this. I don't know why. Maybe I'd make this a little darker. Let's try a more brown. Let's try the, ooh, yes. This is the perfect blue. When you know, guys. And then maybe adjust the red a bit. Okay, I have a feeling. Ooh. Right. Maybe the saturated was good. I like it, guys. It screams America. Oh yeah, I never came up with her eye color. Hold up. I was making a big deal about getting the staple colors done, and I never got her eyeballs done. Hold up. I want a very dark color, so that future me doesn't have to draw the light, draw the eyeballs. Oh, me likey very much. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in, just fill in the patches. Do 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 do. Now you can shade if you want to. I might later. But now you have like a colored version of your character with an idea of how. Oh, a second. There we go. But now you have a good base to evolve off of. And by now, you should already have seen some personality, start to pop through your characters. You should already have, been a little biased in your drawing process. Did you make them smiling? Did you make them angry? Did you make them being very smug? All of that is already influencing how you're going to create this character. And now we have to move on to the last step, personality. We're back to the physical world. Ooh, look at my hands. Okay, so now you've figured out their design and the colors for their design. But now you must figure out their personality. Ooh. So how do they behave? What are their life ambitions? Do they like chocolate or vanilla? Simple things like that. So when I make a character, I try to figure out their personality. I try to balance them out with, I think about who they're interacting with and who they're going to be interacting with. So let's say we have Emery, right? And she's very abrupt. What's the word I'm looking for? And she's very outspoken and blunt. That's it. That's what I was looking for. So she's outspoken, blunt, has her hair up. Weird hair. Okay. So we have her. And she's going to be interacting with Kiri. And so to balance them out, let's imagine they're on a scale. They gotta be like yin and yang over here. So think about like Kiri, she's very optimistic and quiet. So they balance each other out, right? So think about who your characters are going to be interacting with. Oh, that's long legs. Ooh. But think about who your characters are going to be interacting with, and think about what personality will work best for you with them. When you think about your characters, who are they going to interact with? What purpose is it? What purpose do they serve in your story? And what would be more fun for you, the creator? Keep this in mind, because depending on your project or what you're going to use them for, you might have to draw them a lot, so you want to make sure you're having fun while you draw them. So that's the most important thing, is make sure you enjoy drawing this character. And if there's something about them that you don't like, you gotta change it. You gotta change it. That's just how it is. If it's a color, eyes, personality, just make sure it works for you. Okay? And that's how you make a base for your OCs so that you can build off of them in the future.